The Mountain Dew ARCA Series is back in Florida as we head to Homestead for the running of the Wendy's 150. Zach Winkle in the 25 has the pole for tonight's race. Who's outside second is the number 46 of Nicholas Valdez. Then third, second in points, Christian Vargas. Fourth is Jake West. And ranking out the top 5 is Jose Mills in the 98 car. Then sixth, it's James Ellison. Seventh place we have Luke Rainey. Eighth is Luke Jones. In ninth, it's Juan Garcia. And Joe Sandro runs to the top 10, the 99 car. For the rest of the field, there's Charlie Davenport, who's outside is Julius Anderson in the 77. Then we have Mathis Wells with Trey Rainey. Behind them, it's Roger Ray and Jaden Jacobs. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon with Greg Graff. Behind them is Evan Hunter and Colin Teague. Then we have Riley Spurleytube with Keegan Thompson in the 3. Then there's Danny Bright and Ryan Brommer, who comes in as the points leader. Then we have Silas Orta and Nolan Rempel in the 63. Then there's Benny Watson with Trey Wright, along with Jason Larker and Landon Lyons. Then we have Stephen Thompson and Mark Owens, with Will Parrish and Tyler Fink. Then there's Sky Commons and Zachary DeLello, with Derek Bouchard and Edwin Mendez, Marshall Burrow and Kashawn Richardson, and in the number 41 position, Mateo Montoya in the 55 car. There's our 41 car field for the Wendy's 150 in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series, season number 3, race 2. Let's go on track side and fire the engines up for racing in Homestead.
Drivers, start your engines!
41 cars rolling off the starting grid, the Homestead Miami Speedway, to do battle around this 1.5-mile oval in Homestead, Miami, Florida. We've seen great races here in the past in the Gatorade Cup Series, Target Series, and Pennzoil Truck Series. We're here now in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series looking for a good race as the second race of the season. Normally used to determining a champion here at Homestead. This season, we're only starting out the season in race number 2 here at Homestead. Zach Winkle on the front row, Nicholas Valdez, who's outside the 46 car as they come off turn 4 to the start-finish line in the restart zone. 15 laps of action here in Homestead. They come to the start-finish line. We're green flag racing and the Mountain Dew ARCA Series at Homestead. Christian Vargas steals the lap lead right there. 5 bonus points for the driver of the 48 car. He leads lap 1. Mills 98 inside lane for the lead. And 4 wide already inside the top 5. Charlie Davenport in the 0-2 line. 4 wide for a second position off turn 2. Up the racetrack for Zach Winkle, our pole sitter. But down the backstretch, 3-4 wide. Still 4 wide to turn number 3. Charlie Davenport keeping it down there. Luke Rainey up top. Mills clear for the lead. To second place goes Christian Vargas. Davenport wants that spot now off turn 4 as they're slicing and dicing the field. 3 and 4 wide here at Homestead. Off to turn 1, Mills still trying to get clear. 3 wide behind for third. Here comes the 41 to the bomb lane as they are 4 wide, stacked deep. Further back in the field, Mathis Wells 41 inside lane down the backstretch. Roger Ray and Julius Anderson with them. Sebastian Kukulon, Colin Teague as well. At the front of the field, Jose Mills though leads the race, but there are 4 wide in the pack. Roger Ray 69 out of line for a second, but it is Jose Mills out in front controlling the lead right now. Longer step towards the wall, Zach Winkle, a little loose off the corner, kept his car straight. Julius Anderson out of line, 77. Kukulon 5 goes 4 wide. They're looking 5 wide. The 20 gets in line. Jake West behind Mathis Wells, but that 4 wide is dangerous down this backstretch. Kukulon out of line, the 5 car. He wants second position. He wants to try and get up to that race there. Jose Mills right now leading this event, dominating currently. And the battle for second on behind going to slow them down. So we'll see if they can get orderly, get themselves clear, see if they can work together, get up to that 98 right there. Kukulon getting a nice toe right there from the 98. He's clear in second, trying to get up now to try and challenge Jose Mills. Back here, Keegan Thompson out of line. The 7 car with them of Evan Hunter. 4 wide behind them down the backstretch. Trying to get clear for third is Colin Teague. But the 3 of Keegan Thompson gets a nice run to stay beside. Up at the front though, here comes Kukulon. Sebastian Kukulon for the lead off turn 4. We're coming to 10 to go already. This is a short race here at Homestead. Kukulon, the 5, inside the 98 of Jose Mills to turn number 1. They race side by side. Kukul on the 5 with the inside lane. He'll clear through 1 and 2. But look at Keegan Thompson with the run. Here he comes for lead off turn 2. Side by side, right back there. Contacting into the wall for Mathis Wells and Roger Ray, along with Riley Spurlington and Trey Wright. It brings our first yellow, and now racing back will be Kukulon and Thompson. Come back around to 9 to go. Back to the start finish line. Thompson down low, Kukulon up top. Keegan Thompson back in front as they wreck to turns 1 and 2. Our first yellow flag of the night out here at Homestead around the midway point, and it will set up a late race restart with about 5 laps of racing to go, and the Wendy's 150 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. So our first and probably only yellow of the night comes out, and Riley Spurlington to Mathis Wells, Roger Ray get the most damage in this one. This all starts with the car on the bottom. You see that yellow number 9 car, that's Denny Bright on the bottom lane. Watch for him to slide up entering turns 1 and 2. Right here you see he'll slap into Greg Graff, send the 300 into the 41 Mathis Wells, up into the 30 James Ellison, the 69 Roger Ray. Nowhere for those drivers to go into the wall. Come down to the 38 of Trey Rainey, then back up the racetrack to Roger Ray. And Riley Spurlington in order to go. Jason Larker gets some side damage. Otherwise mostly clean out of those drivers. Just a few going up the racetrack, down the racetrack, trying to avoid, but unfortunate breaks for Wells, for Roger Ray, and for Riley Spurlington as well. Those are the 3 that got major damage, and this some drivers that just missed it. Luke Rain, Jake West were around here. James Ellison got some damage to 30 as well. Trey Rainey got some side damage. Jason Larker will have some side damage, but otherwise mostly fine for our front runners here in Homestead. And it's going to set up a late race restart in the Wendy's 150. We'll see who wins. I think just Danny Bright got a little tight on corner entry. Wasn't expecting that. Got up into Greg Graff, and that really caused this accident to happen. Tough break for all the drivers involved, as they just going for the same space. Went wrong. Keegan Thompson got a great run in turn 3 and 4 to get to the inside of the 5 of Sebastian Kukulon. That gives him the race lead at the caution flag, and now he'll restart out in front with about 5 laps of racing to go in the Wendy's 150 at the Homestead Miami Speedway, race number 2 of the Mountain Dew ARCA Series, season number 3. Once we hit the start-finish line and the restart, it'll be 5 laps of racing to go in Homestead. That means any yellow flag, once we get the green flag, would end the race early. No cars retire from that. The fortunate thing for those damaged race cars is that we only have a 5-lap run. They should not be caught as long as they're not severely off the pace. Leading the race right now is Keegan Thompson in the 3 car. Behind him is second Sebastian Kukulon on the 5. Third is Nolan Rempel. Fourth is Jose Mills. Rounding out the top 5, Ryan Barmer looking for 2 in a row to start the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. Then Landon Lyons in 6th. Nicholas Valdez in 7th. Evan Hunter, Silas Orta, Joe Sanjorovich rounding out the top 10. Who gets the victory lane? The Wendy's 150 to the start-finish line, restart zone, and we are back green in Homestead. Kukulon stayed with the 3, got a great jump. Kukulon the 5, out of the line already to turn number 1. To the inside, a look. Now he's got that position off turn 2. Great restart for the 5 car. But Rempel getting a nice push from Mills there on the 98. Give the 6-3 huge push. Get to the back of the 5. Down the back stretch. Cars moving off line 1 to be on the bottom lane. Out to turn number 3 of the race. Nolan Rempel looking on Kukulon for the lead as they go through 3 and 4. Here he comes to the inside. Coming to 4 to go. Nolan Rempel wants this win. Push from Mills. He leads the lap. Nolan Rempel steals it for Kukulon. Jose Mills down the car, back up to 2nd. And how about Ryan Brommer to 3rd? He's looking for 2 in a row to start the season. 2 races. Could he win both of them? Down the back stretch. Jose Mills looking for a run onto the 63. He'll take it to the inside. Back there, Nicholas Valdez out of line with Evan Hunter as well. Here comes Silas Orta in the 7. Or in the 06, excuse me. Evan Hunter, the 7 car, into the picture. They come off the corner. Mills, the dominant car, leads. Can Valdez get there? 3 to go. He's to the inside. Back there, 06 put wide. Our pulser, Zach Winkle, coming back. He's 3 wide in the bottom lane for 4th. Valdez clearing the lead. Evan Hunter looking for 2nd now. Here comes the 9 of Danny Bright, 9-9. Joe San George there on the bottom lane. Have they timed it right? Has Luke Jones in the 27 timed it right? We're going to find out. We're coming to 2 to go this time by. Hunter looking for a run for the lead off turn 4. He's there to the inside lane. Back there into the wall. Ryan Brommer, 33 car. But 2 laps remain. 3 miles left. Valdez clearing the lead. Zach Winkle, our pulser, he wants to get up there. He wants to stay clear of Luke Jones. He needs to get the help to get up there and challenge that 46 car. If they stay side by side, the 46 will win. Can Winkle get up there and challenge for the race victory? Start on polar tonight. Coming to the white flag in the Wendy's 150. Luke Jones, Jose Androvich with the run. 27 to the inside of 25, stalling their momentum out. Here they come to the start-finish line. White flag, last lap for Nicholas Valdez in the 46 car. Heading off Luke Jones, Jose Androvich inside 3 wide. He wants this victory, 9-9 car. But he has a good ways to go to run that 46 down there. 3 wide, slowing each other down. Down the backstretch, can Valdez hold off the field? To turn number 3, final time for Nicholas Valdez. Out front, they bow behind. No contest for the race leader. Off corner number 4, Nicholas Valdez wins the second race of the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season number 3. Sandrovich standing bright round out the top 3, but Valdez is the supreme here today as he holds up the challenge late in the race. Never looked back once he got the lead. He wins the Wendy's 150 in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. And one more lap, we would have caught Riley Spurley Tube. 28, definitely fortunate there to not be caught and put some of these drivers off the pace. Let's go see the finishing results from the Wendy's 150 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Here are the finishing results from the Wendy's 150 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. 1 caution flag for 4 laps during the race and 5 lead changes, 5 different drivers. That's within 15 laps, by the way, so that's a lot of lead changes there. Nicholas Valdez holds on for the final 3 laps led as he wins here tonight. Homestead, Jose Androvich close once again. He ends at second, moving up nicely in the point standings. Danny Brighton third, Christian Vargas, his second straight top 5 on the season, moves him to the points with the 4th place, and Luke Jones runs at the top 5. Keegan Thompson tied for the most laps led, 5 for him. He ends up 6th. Nolan Rempel in 7th. Jake West 8th. Silas Orta in 9th. And Jose Mills also led 5 laps. He rounds out the top 10. Looking at the top 20, Zach Winkle started from the pole. Never led a lap. He ends up 12th. Ryan Brommer won the first race of the season. He ends up 13th here tonight. So a decent day for the driver of the 33 car. Obviously would have wanted better, but he got what he got out of the night. As we look down here, and some drivers that were slower off the pace because of crash damage. Possibly included Will Parrish, Trey Wright, Edwin Mendez, Mateo Montoya, Marshall Burrow, Jason Larker, Matt, as well as Roger Ray. It's not necessarily that they had damage, but more likely that maybe someone started middle of the field that had some damage and they fell back through the field. Maybe James Ellison was up there towards the front. He finished 17 seconds off the pace. It was possible that he maybe started up a little bit higher than those drivers, held them up, and put them off the pace out of the lead pack at the end. Riley Spurley Tube 1 lap from being caught and affecting the outcome of the race, so he's very fortunate there that the race ended when it did. And now let's go see the point standings after 2 races in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season number 3. 2 races in the books, and the only driver with 2 top 5s to start the season leads the points. Christian Vargas on top of the points lead by 26 points over Jose Androvich in 2nd. Ryan Brommer falls to 3rd with his win at Pensacola. Luke Jones is 4th, and Zach Winkle runs at the top 5 with Keegan Thompson, Juan Garcia, Jose Mills, Nicholas Valdez with his win up to 9th, and Zachary DeLello rounds at the top 10 in the 57 car. Looking at the top 20 there. And once again, only 2 races in. We've done 2 Florida races. We're not even into the bulk of the season yet, so once you get a little bit further in, you maybe start to think, how you might do throughout the season. Otherwise, though, you can't really judge anything quite yet. Still early on. Drivers who are leading the points right now could fall down below the top 20 by the time this season rolls around and is over with. Some of these drivers down here have dug themselves a major hole to start being involved in incidents in both the races, like Riley Spurley Tube, Roger Ray, James Ellison. Those drivers, along with Will Parrish, they know that they need to get in high gear and start to perform, get some performances, get some finishes in that are good enough to try and move them up in the point standings. Once again, a long season ahead of us. We have over 20 races remaining in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season number 3. If we look at race number 3, we're going to go to North Carolina. We go to Rockingham for the Oreo 200. I will see you guys then.